So from an investment standpoint, ERP systems, almost everybody has one. And you'll see there's not a lot of different things on here for medical that people are investing in. So that's a little worrisome, but the ERP systems need to be validated, and a lot of the other systems that we see aren't validated at all. So I've had many customers just say, we just don't think that that's really necessary. And 3 months later, they know it is necessary, and they'll come back to us. And they just don't understand it in the beginning. It works the way we want. It works how it's supposed to. Prove it. That's it. Prove it to me. Show me a document that says this function traces to something was supposed to be in your system. Because if not, then problems can occur, and then you're also, the other part of this is cybersecurity has to be locked down, so people can't come in from the outside and change something, and you can't prove that it was changed or even know that it was changed because you don't have your specifications locked down. So QMS systems, there's a lot of them here at this show. I go to the RAPS conference, and there's people selling all sorts of QMS platforms, and they need to be validated as well. Even though they're walking you through your device process, they actually need to be qualified and validated just like any other platform. So a lot of these manufacturing ones, and the ones we use internally as well, touches almost everything. It can touch payroll, sales. You need to track all of this data in a quality way and in a way that you specified for your own internal documentation to know that your quality management system is up to snuff. Some of this will be audited. It's random. You never know. And if it is and it's not right, you're talking about stopping production in some instances, and that's the last thing that anybody wants is to be making catheters one day and then the next day the line stops because someone can't tell me why this part of the software functions a certain way. So this is an off-the-shelf screenshot of a COTS tool in a manufacturing environment. This is one that's, it's very involved. How do I know when I put rework in there that the other part numbers come up and it's assigned to someone? All of that has to be documented. And it's not unit testing. It's not that kind of scrutiny, but it is still extremely involved and very detailed, and it should be done from the beginning to the end. A company like this is validated, and when they customize it for you, just those customizations are validated and put in as changes. So this is actually our homegrown. We call it UT. I go to a lot of companies, especially smaller companies, that make all sorts of devices, and they have their homegrown. And I can't tell you the amount of times, well, some guy did it, like 20 years ago, some guy. Well, who is this guy? We think we can get a hold of him. So we go in now, we have a couple of guys that are programmers. They can change some of these fields around if we need. So no documentation. And that is just something that can grow out of control to take a program where there's so many fields and so much going on with so much of your critical data for your environment and try to figure that out and actually back that information out to a specification document can cost hundreds of thousands, if not over $1 million for some companies if it's a really detailed system that you're using. And depending on what it's attached to, it can really be a pain financially and from a manufacturing standpoint for a company. So people here use off-the-shelf or homegrown tools for manufacturing and things. Is it a mix? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people they don't want all the features that a COTS tool has, so they'll build just a piece for themselves.